I've got another fantastic lineup of offers ready for you this week from Fanatical, starting off with the fully loaded bundle here that saves you 98% on this little collection of games. Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Yes, you heard correctly. We have 98% off this little collection of games right here. We've got RFL, we've got 35mm, we've got One More Dungeon, Grand Ages, Rome Gold, Good Robot, GT Legends, Nether Resurrected Cat, Interstellar, Circuit Breakers, and Memoranda. Normal retail price, £72.90. You can get it for just £1.79, saving 98% or £71.11. I've got several more offers that I have found on Fanatical this week, but before I get into those, it was pointed out last week that some people feel that maybe this wasn't legitimate, the deals that I showed you last week. I can only sort of tell you myself, go and Google Fanatical. They are completely above board as a legitimate company, and these are all genuine offers. If you've got any doubts whatsoever, always do your research. Don't just take my word for it. Do your research. Check it out. And Fanatical, they used to be Bundle Stars. I think it was it Bundle Stars? I think it was Bundle Stars. Hang on, it should say right here. Hang on. I'm sure it says somewhere what they used to be. Maybe it doesn't anymore. But they've been around for quite a while. They rebranded themselves last year or 18 months ago, something like that. And they're now known as Fanatical. But go and Google them. It's a big company. They sell a lot of games. And all of these deals are genuine above board. I use this company myself. I find better deals here usually than I find on Steam. But don't just, if you see a deal you really like, check elsewhere. Maybe you can find it cheaper somewhere else. I very much doubt it. Most of the time when offers are on here, you will not find them cheaper anywhere else. I haven't found any that are cheaper anywhere else. Last week I told you about GTA 5. That one was on sale for just £12. The sale was just for that last weekend. I bought it, and I've started playing GTA 5. I've been waiting a very long time to be able to get into that game, and I finally was able to find a decent deal on it, so I went and bought it. But anyway, enough about what I've done. Let's have a look at what we've got lined up this week. Now, they've got a big sale on Unity games, and one of them, all of the Unity games are going really well. I don't know if about all of them, but all the Assassin's Creed ones are going really cheap. So, like this one here, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Deluxe Edition, you've got 60% off. So if you've been like me, I wait for these big titles. I generally wait for them to come a lot cheaper so that then I can, I can actually afford to go and buy them. This one is just £10 at the moment instead of the usual £27 or £10.79. You're saving 60% on that one there. You've got 9 days left on that one. And then there's another Assassin's Creed here, Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the newest one. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the newest one. That's half off, 52%, slightly more than half off. So £28.79. And normal retail price for this deluxe edition is £60. So there's a really good saving there for a top title that is still featuring in gaming charts. So if you're looking for a really good deal, I would say go for that one. That is absolutely fantastic. But there's also, I don't know if some of you may be familiar with the Tom Clancy Ghost Recon games. I've never played these games, and to me personally, it's not the sort of game that I would normally go for. But if I was thinking about it, this is the kind of price I'd be looking at before I would go and give it a go. So there's a lot of the Tom Clancy games. Have a look around, and you will probably find others. There we go. Look, we've got a load more down here. The Division, 80% off. Division there, 80%. Ghost Recon Wildlands, 67%. Tom Clancy Splinter Cell Blacklist, 66%. I've actually got The Division over here, Gold Edition. Save £60. It's normally £75 for the Gold Edition. You can get it for just 15 quid. Okay, so if ever there was a time to go and try one of these big titles, Assassin's Creed titles, the Tom Clancy ones, I would say this is the chance. This is a chance you've been waiting for to test these games to see if they're the sort of games you might enjoy. This is the time that I go to test these types of games. I have no idea if I would enjoy Tom Clancy games or not. This is where I would go. And here's something that is for people who prefer a slightly different type of game, these are the first person, not first person, these are the, the two-player combat games. Mortal Kombat, the much older version, I played this when I was much younger. So I look at this and I see some very familiar characters here, and it's been years since I played one of these games, and right now you can have a go at playing a really updated version of Mortal Kombat for just £10. £10, 19 pence, saving 28, 74% off. It does seem absolutely brilliant. It's an amazing deal. If you wanted to, like me, I've got a bit of nostalgia about the whole Mortal Kombat series. I watched the Mortal Kombat films when I was younger, and I may be slightly alone on this, but I love those films. I think the Mortal Kombat films were absolutely brilliant. And yes, we know that the effects and everything weren't very good, but I still really enjoyed the films. It was bringing to life the game that I genuinely loved as a child, and now we've got this really updated sort of version. I've not played this new version, but there is some DLCs. The DLCs are not on sale at the moment. We've got Mortal Kombat Complete Edition over there, 75% off. It is just £3.75, and then Mortal Kombat there, £5.43. This is the XL version, and this one is £10. So I will put a link to this one, that link there, I'll put that down in the description, and you can take a look at the other Mortal Kombat titles that are available here as well if you wish, and make up your mind on that. Now, this is one here that I told you about last week, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. This deal is still running. You're saving 75%. You can get this for just £4. There's a bundle here. It's the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor game, and then there's a whole host of DLCs all the way down here. I'm not going to read them out this week. I read them all out last week. But there's loads of extra DLCs. They're all thrown in together. So normally this is £16, and you can get it for just £4. So it's a really good saving there. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, this might be the one for you. And then moving on from Lord of the Rings, we move to Warhammer. Warhammer Vermintide. Now, this one really, if you're a Warhammer fan, I've not played this game, but I've seen a couple of the trailers, and if you're a Warhammer fan, I think this game is going to appeal to you as well. There's some extra DLCs down here that you can pick up with it if you want to. Collector's Edition right there, Warhammer Vermintide 2, that's 35% off. This one here that we're looking at is just the normal version. This one is also 35% off. It's £15, £14.94 instead of the usual £23. And then you can see there's the collector's edition. That one is a little bit more pricey, but it's still 35% off, so it's £21 instead of whatever it would normally be at I don't know. We'll have to click on that, but I don't really want to do that right now. So yeah, Warhammer. If you're into Warhammer, this again might be the offer. There are a couple of other Warhammer titles that are currently on offer on this website as well, so those are very well worth taking a look at, and like I said, I will put a link in the description. And finally, Frostpunk. This one is still in the Steam charts, as far as I know, or it was last time I checked, which was a few days ago. It's 22% off at the moment. You've only got 5 days to cash in on this one. £19.50 instead of the usual £25. And this game's a lot of fun. If you haven't watched the series that I did on it, it's a survival game. It's a builder survival game. You're kind of thinking along the lines of almost, well, I was going to say Sim City, but it's a lot smaller scale than that type of game. It's the type of builder game that you get, Banished, Sim City, all of those types of games where you're building up a settlement and you're not controlling individuals. This one, if you've never played this one or don't know very much about it, this is insane. It's absolutely insane, okay? That's the only real way I can describe it. You are right up against it, and you are on the brink of complete disaster throughout the entire game. That is it. There is no other option. You're just up against the very edge of disaster the whole way through. There is no respite, there's no pause, and you've got to survive for a certain amount of time in order to be successful. And they've already added some new modes to the game, and they are still developing more and adding more modes to the game. This game, if you're into builder games like I am, this game is a lot of fun. I strongly recommend this game. It is amazing. It's absolutely awesome. So you've got £5.50 saving on there. It's 22% off. For me, out of all the games I've shown you, this is probably the one that I'd recommend most. If you don't have any of the games that I've shown you, I would probably say go for this one. But that is just me, okay? I'm not saying that you should do this. I'm saying that is just me. So, to a quick recap, you've got Frostpunk right there, and then we've got Vermintide, we've got The Shadow of Mordor, we've got Mortal Kombat, we've got the Tom Clancy games right there. That's the second one there. And then we've got Assassin's Creed Origins. Now that one I thought was a really good offer, 50% off. I'm actually considering that one myself, although I've only just bought GTA 5, so really I ought to stick with that one and play that one through a little bit first. You've got another Assassin's Creed over here. This one's 60% off, the Black Flag one. And then finally, the one that I started with, the fully loaded 4 bundle, 10 small games with a huge saving. This is the best saving of them all. This is 98% off. You get all of them for just £1.79. And this is the sort of deal that I like to go for every now and then, just to fill out my Steam library a little bit. So if ever I'm in one of those moods where I don't really know what to play, I go along and I pick one of these games that I picked up super cheap like 6 months ago and then didn't actually play. And yes, we've all got those games. Don't tell me you don't. But anyway, that is all I've got time for this week. So I will be back next week with another roundup of some of what I consider to be the best deals currently available on Fanatical. And like I said at the beginning, if you're in any doubt about the authenticity of this website or any of these deals, please go and do some research. Go and Google Fanatical and double check. I strongly urge you to double check. Don't just take some weird stranger who runs a YouTube channel. Don't just take his word for it. Check on these things yourself, okay? I really strongly urge you to do that. Never just take a stranger's word for it. Check these things yourself if you're in any doubt. All I can do is say that I use Fanatical myself. I think they're absolutely wonderful. I may be slightly biased because if I can persuade you to buy any of your new games that you're wanting to pick up through these links I'm providing, I do earn a commission. So I will put that out there. I do earn a commission on any sales that you make. It doesn't affect the price you get. It just means that it slightly reduces the profit that Fanatical make because they give me a little tiny percentage as well, which is very generous of them, and that's why I make these videos. But anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.